This funny little Spikehorn story comes to us from the July 31st, 1941 issue of the Clare County Cleaver. Front page, second column, headline, Squirrels Make Off with Spike's Money. When Spikehorn Meyer reported last week to the state police that a roll of his bills had been taken from their hiding place in his cabin, the officers were able to find the money but didn't bother to arrest the thieves. Checking for fingerprints, the troopers noted some squirrel footprints around the hiding place and began to put two and two together. Following the prints, they located the squirrel's nest with Spike's bankroll neatly laid away. Glad to get his money back, Spike said he didn't want to press charges against the thieves. This next story also comes from the Clare County Cleaver, the May 4th, 1944 issue. Front page, headline, Editor calls Spike's bluff, gets $25 war bond. Several weeks ago, Spikehorn Meyer, owner of the famous bear den, advertised the fact that he would give $25 to the person who would move 2 bear cubs from their mother to another den approximately 100 feet distance from the den where the cubs were born. The editor waited to give some other person the chance to make the money, but after 2 weeks' wait, Spike was raring to have the bears moved and accused us of not getting results from his advertising. After listening to his blah blah a few minutes, we asked when he wanted them moved, and he replied, today. Well, the fact of the matter is, that day was on Tuesday, one of the busiest days of the week for us. Incidentally, over 80 years later, it's still our press day. But after deliberating a few moments, we decided that would be better than all the advertisements we could sell the balance of for the day, so we decided to take the job. Spike chuckled as we strode to the door and into our car and out to his property. Taking a look at the surroundings, going through a little leg exercise, we approached the den where the mother and her cubs were. It wasn't too heartening to our ears to hear the growl of that bear, but we knew that the laugh would be on us if we did not complete the job. After racking our brain, which is limited, we finally decided that the best way to do the job would be to root the mother from the den, and as soon as her rear end left the den, grab the cubs and run like H blank blank L, and that is the way the job was done. Old Bruin hardly had time to realize what was going on before we were running off with the cubs and nothing flat. Believe us when we say that the fastest man could not have won that race against us, and there comes a time in every man's life when he appreciates the way he was created, and to us we were glad we were created with long legs and knew something about base running and how to slide. At one time we felt that we could feel the breath of the mother at the seat of our pants, but it was only imagination because even a bear could not have beat us in that heat. Anyhow, the job was done and we collected the $25 with no damage to our physique. But Spike played the role of a good sport and did no grumbling when he was forced to pay the shot. Advertising in the Cleaver pays even if we have to risk our lives to bring results. The next day we called at the den and found Mother Bear and her cubs as peaceful as little lambs, and it was interesting to note that she was teaching her babies to nurse by holding them to her breast just like a human being. We are entirely sure that that story is true, but the editor in 1944 would have been Emil Bucholz, and he did indeed have long legs. He purchased the Cleaver in 1938 and was the editor until his death in the 1970s.